Hey everyone, Boardgame Brody here with Meeple Mountain. Have you ever been on a boat in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle? I have, when playing Bermuda Pirates by Foxmind. Bermuda Pirates is a children's dexterity, push your luck, pick up and delivery game. Players play as pirates who each have their own boat. On their turn, they will be placing their finger behind their boat and pushing it on the board. The boat actually has a magnet in it, and the board has hidden metal plates. So when the boat is pushed near or on top of these metal plates, they are pulled into a whirlpool, and possible treasures on board the boat are lost at sea. Let's set up the game and explain the rules in detail. You will take the plastic square with its pins facing up. Randomly place 4 underboards so that the corner of each board has a pin through it. The game board is then placed on top with the 4 holes lining up with the 4 pins. The 4 different colored flags are added on top to help prevent the board and the underboard from moving off from each other. The colored gems that match the flags are placed near each flag in the center of the board. Each player will choose a boat and 3 buoys of their chosen color. They will want to sit near the corner of the board that matches their color. Now the object of the game is to be the first player to bring one of each colored treasure back to their base before anyone else. The youngest player goes first. You again will be pushing your boat with your finger only on the back toward the center island. You may not push your boat over obstacles on the board such as islands or shipwrecks, but can cross over the marine life. Whenever your boat gets sucked into a whirlpool, then you take one of your buoys and place it on that spot to mark it as danger. You will take your boat off the board and the next player will then take their turn. If you happen to make it to the center island without hitting an obstacle or being sucked into a whirlpool, then you will be able to collect a gem from the color flag that you landed at. At this point, you can go back to your home island or you can try to collect more treasures. If you end up hitting a whirlpool on your way back, the treasures will fly off your boat and will be lost at sea. But you won't be able to move them, as other players or even you on your next turn can come back and pick them up in the locations they are found at on the board. If they happen to land on obstacles or fly off the board, you can just add them back to the center island on the board. Each and every turn, if you make it back with treasure or not, then you will be able to place one of your buoys. And you don't have to place them on whirlpools that you get sucked into either, though it is recommended. Players are able to place their buoys on any water location on the board, with one exception. It cannot be placed in a way that blocks another player's access to a dock or blocking them from leaving their base. Also know that when you're playing with players of different ages or different skill levels, you can give the older or more experienced players less buoys, while the younger player has all 3. The first player who gets one of each colored gem to their dock wins the game. Now, if you want to add in some advanced variants, you can race to a number of points where a set of 4 of those gems is worth 6 points, and each other treasure is worth 1 on their own, and when a player gets 8 points, they win. Or you can play where you can steal treasure from other players by visiting their dock on your turn, and you'll be able to take 2 treasures and take it back to your own base. The game definitely has a fun mystery element to it, and you don't know where these whirlpools are, and it's really surprising when the magnet just takes your boat away. Although you're supposed to try to avoid them, it's kind of fun to find them. As the game develops, you will have enough information from remembering where whirlpools are from your memory or from placing the buoys out. At that point, it becomes easier and easier to gain treasure from the center island. Besides the awesome surprise the game brings when your boat hits a whirlpool, which I may add is pretty awesome, the game doesn't last too long as players get used to that surprise and the game becomes less and less exciting. Now, one of the other cool things about the game is that you can change the orientation of these 4 metal boards beneath the board so that the metal plates are orientated differently each and every game. You can also change the way you play the game every time using some of these variants. Like when you steal other players' treasures, well, those games are pretty intense and are different from other games. Or you can even make up your own variant. Like, we love playing this game cooperative, and you need to drop off each different treasure type to one of the docks, and everyone is working together to do this. However you want or like to play, the game has a fun, surprising magnet whirlpool effect that makes the game fun for kids. Although the excitement doesn't last super long, it does last each and every time that you bring the game back out to play. So hop on your boat, bring your metal detector for many different reasons, and collect treasure in Bermuda Pirates by Foxmind.
Again, this is Boardgame Brody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stick around and check out some other board game reviews to see what you might want to get to the table.